Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I kind of want to continue the discussion about the honeymoon phase from my last video. And in this one, I want to talk about why the honeymoon phase is so deceiving. Hi, my name is Stacey. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you would like any information on how to work for me and get set free from an affair and heal from it, check the description box down below and let's get into today's video. Okay, so why is the honeymoon phase so deceiving? And again, the honeymoon phase of a relationship is that intense rush of dopamine and rush of emotions that we get when we first start falling in love with someone, the discovery, the lust, the attraction, the pleasure, the support, the understanding, all of that, just getting to know each other. That is the honeymoon phase, the intensity, the physical emotions of butterflies, sweaty palms, can't sleep, can't eat, all of that is the honeymoon phase, but it can be very deceiving for us. And causing us to think that this is the person that we need to be with. We start to rewrite history with our spouse, all of that. So why is it? Okay, number one, we only see the good of that person. We put them on a pedestal. And it's normal, when you fall in love with someone, you're going to elevate them. Okay, that's normal. That doesn't have anything to do with an affair. Because God created us to do that so that we would bond and get married and have kids and have that person that we can share our life with. Okay, so that's normal. We have them on a pedestal, but that's all we see. We don't see anything else but this is good. I like the way they make me feel. I like the way I like myself through their eyes, and this is how I want to feel the rest of my life. So that right there is very deceiving, because when we look at a situation like a now situation and say and give it this belief that it's going to be like this forever, well, now we're in deception, because we are not accepting the fact that life changes, people change, things change over time. And God shows us that there's different seasons, because we have seasons that change: winter, summer, fall, all of that. So we become blinded to the fact, and we want this feeling to stay so bad, and we want to stay believing that we are good enough forever, that we latch onto this person. And that by itself is very deceiving, and that can be like deeper levels of, hey, why am I really deceived? Number two is we don't understand the truth about love and intimacy. We're looking for a feeling without doing the work. So the honeymoon phase is really easy. You don't have to do a lot of work, because you're in discovery of each other. You're getting to know each other. You're talking a lot. You're spending time as much as you can in an affair together. You're supporting each other. You're sharing, hey, this is the problem I'm having in my marriage, and they're like, this is what's going on with me, and you're bonding over problems, and that makes it easy. That makes it easy to connect. We have an emotional connection we're building, and I'm enjoying you, and things are easy. The relationship doesn't need a lot of work at this point. But as time goes on, every relationship, no matter what it is, will go through the 4 stages. You will get to the power struggle stage, and that is where we start seeing flaws in each other. We start hitting differences of opinions. We start, things become hard now. And for an affair couple, the power struggle stage is there's pressure to be together more now. There's pressure to leave your spouse. And we don't understand that this relationship outside of our marriages would become just like our marriage if we didn't know how to really build intimacy. And that's what we want. We really want to learn how to build intimacy and not just look for that loving feeling. Build that connection emotionally, build a physical relationship, spending time together, doing things together, talking to each other about stuff, being there for each other. all of those ingredients make for a strong foundation of intimacy. And that's what we are really after. And the affair can be very deceiving because, again, we compare. The spouse, our relationship with our spouse is not like the honeymoon phase in the affair. And it's not going to be. It's easy. I can do this. No, well, yeah, you can do this right now with your affair partner because it's easy, because you're in that stage. But if you got with them, like if you married them, you're gonna get to that place where it's gonna be hard and it's gonna require work because you have kids, or because you work, or because life is life and it requires work. And now things are not easy. Now we're having arguments and we're not resolving them, and now we don't know what to do, and I don't, want to spend time with you because my self-dialogue about you has went from positive to negative. And you will get there, but we don't think we will, because a lot of us are just not educated enough on how to be married, how to sustain marriage, how to build intimacy. We're just looking for a feeling. We're looking for something easy. And the affair deceives us. And, deeper level, we have insecure attachment styles. And that is going to sabotage relationships that we're in. It doesn't matter who we're with. It's going to sabotage because we have beliefs about ourselves. We have these negative beliefs about ourselves. And when we believe something, our brain will look for the evidence to prove that what we are believing is true. And it will look in our spouse and say, oh yeah, I knew you were gonna leave me. I knew that behavior, I was not good enough for you, So you will always have that until you heal that attachment style. Even in the future, if you got with your affair partner, you're still gonna have that. And I'm really speaking from experience, like personal experience. Whereas a lot of you may know my story. I actually married my very first affair partner. And I thought life was going to be easy peasy and this was great and he was my soulmate and all of that. And you know what? We hit the power struggle stage and I ended up having another affair, believing the same lies that, oh, this person's my soulmate. Now I'm going to be happy. Now things are going to be great. Until God gave me a wake-up call and I thought, you know what the heck is wrong with me? I'm the common denominator. Lord, why have I had another affair? And this is where the attachment style came in at. But all of that was number 2. Number 3 is we believe the lies that Satan tells us. Spiritually, Christians, we are very vulnerable to believing the lies that, oh, God is holding out on us. This affair is much better than what we have now. And that's what he told Eve, right? He said, oh, look, the tree that God told you not to eat is filled with wisdom and knowledge. And, it made her think, well, God doesn't want me to have wisdom and knowledge, so God is holding out on me. This marriage is never going to get better. This person is not who I thought he was. He's not who I really want to be with. This isn't good. We're fighting all the time. I don't like him. It's always believing the next best thing. Like, this is better. Like, this is better than what God gave you. And that's a huge deception when you think that an affair, as a Christian, you think that an affair is God ordained or it's better than what you have now, because it's not. Now, if you're in a marriage that you're being abused physically and it's not safe, get out. Just get out. Don't have an affair. Just get out, because you're going from one trauma to another, one abusive relationship to a deception of having an affair. It's not worth it. And we have to be able to open our eyes and realize that as good as it may feel, Satan is taking advantage of our weaknesses. He doesn't have to do a lot, because internally, biologically, we're going to respond if he just puts this person in our path that we are attracted to, and they just tell us a couple of things, fulfill a couple of needs. Then our body will take over, our mind will take over. So he doesn't have to do a lot, but we fall into that deception. So don't believe that lie. The last one is we follow our heart. You know, a lot of people say, oh, just follow your heart. Lord, please do not follow your heart, you know, because the Bible tells us that the heart is deceptive. It's deceptive. You cannot trust it. It doesn't. If you are going through all the phases of an affair and then you trust that your heart is telling you this is the one that you are supposed to be with, then you're deceived. You know, you are deceived thinking that this is where you're supposed to be because your thoughts are deceiving you. When you have an affair and you think this is who you're supposed to be with, knowing that this is not the right way for you to live, knowing that this is not God ordained, knowing that there's no blessing in that, then your thoughts are deceiving you and it's feeding your heart. And you know, not only that, but the honeymoon stage is very deceiving because those chemicals and those emotions and those thoughts is feeding your heart, making you think that this is the person that I need to be with, and it's just not true. And it's hard. I understand that because when I'm saying this to you, I had to say this to myself. I had to tell myself, this is not who you're supposed to be with, even though you feel like you should. So that is the 4 reasons why I believe the honeymoon phase is very deceiving to us. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.